With trans people, I just think you can't help the way you are born, though. You know, it's DNA, it's genetics. I'm just glad people can do things about their own happiness. I think this thought process that they're trying to wipe out women is a bit ridiculous. It's a minority of people. Walking and Talking is my autobiography. It's best to do it that way, rather than spend months writing a book that then ends up in the bargain bucket with all the other idiots' autobiographies. I didn't want to go anywhere because I hated being a woman during my menopause. I was like, why am I a woman? I couldn't bear it. I look at myself in the mirror and think I'm gorgeous. I'm happy to be selfish now. That's the beauty of getting older. My heart's desire was freedom. 400 years ago they'd have burned me as a witch or dunked me like a big biscuit. Growing up in the 70s, if you were a girl or woman, a man could tell you what to do. If you were sitting on the bus, get up, move, whatever. You did what you were told. Because I didn't have a mom, she died when I was a baby, my dad was told by people in authority that it was best for me to go to a convent school. It's good to try new things when you're a groovy oldie. I didn't actually start having sex until I was 23. I'm a beautiful person, I know I am. I'm totally happy with my big, fat self. People would think I wouldn't like Noel Coward. I think he was the original punk in a lot of ways. You know, saucy, doing his own thing. In fact, I didn't realize I was unattractive, in inverted commas, until I started acting. It was, oh no, you're not right for the part, we're looking for a pretty girl. I'm getting really fed up with the way that girls and women get portrayed a lot of the time. I'd probably go green because I am really worried about climate change and the planet. Edinburgh is good crack. A romantic and beautiful city, it's one of those places that makes me smile when I think about it. There are other places I would never dare go back to, but Edinburgh is very special. I went through Moody Broody. Well, I met one person and I thought, if I am going to have a child with anybody it is going to be with this guy. Anyway, it didn't happen because he had a girlfriend and I tried not to sleep with people if they had girlfriends. I had that C. difficile hospital bug that everyone is going on about. It was an experience. There's not much they can do. They just let you get on with it. It's a breakdown of the whole immune system. Sex education is absolutely important. Kids need to know about sex. The thing with me is that I'm quite arrogant. I've got faith in my own talent and I always have. But the more successful I became as an actor, the less control I had. I became more of a puppet, really. It certainly felt like that, at least. I have always believed that women should be allowed to do what they want to do. If we want equality, we shouldn't then expect to be praised just because we're doing a certain job. That's not equality. I hate writing. I'm quite a cantankerous soul. People have this impression that I have a happy disposition, but I'm dark and cynical underneath. I had two older brothers who kept dirty mags under their mattresses. They didn't know I knew. I'm quite a solitary person. I like being on my own. I can smell trouble miles away. I had this laddish way about me, with my deep voice and telling jokes all the time. I was Burke, the little fella in a skirt. I was a very lame skinhead. I had to be in by 8:30 p.m. So I used to pretend that I had a baby sister I had to go home and babysit. I didn't really feel like a girly girl. I didn't want to wear boob tubes and flared trousers and disco clothes. Then when punk came along it was like, oh great, I can wear ripped jeans and manky t-shirts and flat caps. It was just perfect timing for me. I do what I want to do and I see who I want to see. And when you get into your 40s, it's like being a teenager again, really. Everyone else in their 40s thinks they can chat to you. Audiences don't need to be patronized by being shown in period things how much people smoked. I don't go there anymore. I think I've done my time at the Red Lion. I fell out of love with acting and in love with directing. It bloody annoys me when people forget that we're actors. Just because we tend to appear in things with our own accents, saying dialogue that comes naturally to us, people think we're just being ourselves. When Nil by Mouth was released, people thought that's what we were actually like, that they'd put me and Ray in front of the cameras and filmed what came out. No acting involved. I love stay-at-home dads. I think that is so brilliant. If I knew in my 20s you could meet someone and have kids and he would be happy to be the one bringing up the children, maybe I would have done it. It can be seen as being quite selfish, but I'm very happy to be selfish. I used to be terribly aggressive in my 20s. I'd always been dead against therapy. I didn't think you needed to pay someone to talk about yourself. I'm very much a person who walks on eggshells. From a very young age I'd learned to put on a brave face because of losing my mom. I'd always make jokes if anybody tried to throw sympathy at me. When I'm on me island, I want to dance. I needed a checkup from the neck up. I want to understand rites of passage I've never experienced, like motherhood. I get very excited by these hoity-toity directors with their bells and whistles, but I find simple storytelling done really well just as exciting. Your average director will be content with something that comes across as truthful, but we know, as fellow actors, that that's not great for a performer. They have to feel that what they're conveying is honest. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.